And a very pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Brevard College softball field. As we're approaching this latest edition of Brevard College softball, Tornadoes hosting the Greensboro College Pride doubleheader. This was originally set for tomorrow, Wednesday. However, anticipating some weather coming through the mountains here, and as a result, the game was moved forward. A 1 o'clock scheduled first pitch between the Tornadoes and the Pride. So glad you're able to join us wherever you might be tuning in from. Tornadoes will send to the circle Caitlin Farmer. Farmer will be making her third start of the season, off to a great start, 2-0 on the year, 2.15 ERA. Greensboro will counter with their starting pitcher, Cheyenne Cox. Cox, the senior out of Burlington, North Carolina. And Farmer, senior as well, out of Hanahan, South Carolina. Tornadoes starting lineup as follows. Leading off will be the catcher, Taylor Hanna. Batting second, second baseman, Savannah Jones. Third baseman's Emily White. She'll bat third. Michaela Morgan, the shortstop, batting in the cleanup position. Brittany Franks, the left fielder, bats fifth. Jocelyn Falkers bats sixth. Olivia Martinez, seventh. She's the DP. Autumn Lawless, first baseman, will bat eighth. And batting ninth, Beth Hyatt, the right fielder. So should be a good one. Tornadoes and Pride coming up shortly. A scheduled doubleheader. We're going to be keeping a very close eye on the weather, especially probably late in this game into the second game. Forecast is a bit ominous, but we're going to try to get in as much softball as we can this afternoon. So glad you're able to join us. Tornadoes and Pride. NCAA Division III softball coming up next. And welcome back once again to the BC softball field and the campus of Brevard College. Moments away from the start of this one. We're going to get started a little ahead of the scheduled time. Potential for some weather later in the afternoon, so trying to get these games in whichever way, however way possible. And should be a good one between the Tornadoes and the Greensboro College Pride. Caitlin Farmer in the circle for the Tornadoes. And we'll get things started here. Leading off for the Pride, the shortstop, number 10, Caroline Stanley. So Stanley, Walker, Simmons, Sox, King, Ray, Davidson, Davis, Dillner, the batting order for the Pride. And first pitch from Caitlin Farmer at 12:54 p.m. Eastern Time. And first pitch off the plate, a ball. So little ahead of the advertised time, but certainly the number one objective is to get these games in. As that pitch off the plate, ball two. Caitlin Farmer, the senior from Hanahan, South Carolina, has been excellent so far this year. A 2.15 ERA, a 2-0 record. This is her third start. She's pitched 13 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, 11 strikeouts, and 4 walks. 3-0 the count, so hitters count for Stanley, the leadoff hitter of the Pride. Kaylee Walker awaits on deck. Across the plate there, 3-1 the count. Just getting started here. Top of inning number 1. Pitch there, off the plate, ball 4, so base runner aboard for the Pride. Now batting third baseman number 15, Kaylee Walker. So Walker will step to the plate with the leadoff runner aboard. Walker, the starting third baseman for the Pride. Junior out of Eden, North Carolina, Moorhead High School. Pitch there, runner going and safely into second base. Stolen base for Stanley, so Stanley making things happen. Leadoff hitter for the Pride. Runner in scoring position for Greensboro. And 1-0 the count to Walker. Tornadoes in their blue uniforms, black pants, white lettering, and white numerals. In the pitch from Farmer. Called strike there, so 1-1 the count. Greensboro in all black with the green numerals, white trim. And the pitch. Called strike there, so Farmer with back-to-back called strikes and able to get ahead of Walker. Pitch there, just missing low and inside. 2-2 the count. Game time temperature 59 degrees. We mentioned the threat of rain increases beginning at about 3 p.m. and continues until about sunset. So we'll keep an eye on the clouds forming in the area, but hopefully we can get both these games in here this afternoon. Tornadoes were scheduled to play yesterday versus a school, Pikeville, and that game had to be canceled due to weather. So whatever it takes to get this one in. This game originally scheduled for tomorrow and bumped up a day in anticipation of what looks like a soggy day here in the mountains tomorrow. Spring break on the campus of Brevard College, trying to get as much action as possibly the softball team can get in during this break from the academics. Other spring sports have been hard at work as well. Men's and women's lacrosse, baseball, men's and women's tennis. Their final day at Hilton Head, South Carolina. So the 2-2 with the runner on second, just missing there, 3-2 the count. Eighth pitch coming here, so turning into a bit of a battle between Walker and Farmer. And the pitch. Just missing there, so back-to-back walks on the top of the order for the Pride, and now runners first and second. That'll bring up Simmons. Now batting the right fielder, number 5, Cassie Simmons. So Simmons steps to the plate. She bats from the right side, the 3-hole hitter for the Pride. Junior out of Gibsonville, North Carolina, Eastern Guilford High School. Corner infielders in, and Simmons drives this into the gap in right center field. Runners are being sent home in the process, and 2 runs will score on the 2 RBI double by Simmons. 2-0 Pride here in the top of the first. And we're going to have a meeting in the mound. Head coach Bree Sharon is going to rally her infield as well as pitcher Caitlin Farmer to talk things over here as the Pride strike first, the 2-0 advantage. Well, softball team will be back in action on Thursday. That game's in Georgia at Reinhardt. Waleska, Georgia, the exact location. 4 p.m. the start of that doubleheader. Then back at home this weekend. Now batting the catcher, number 24, Lexi Sox. So Sox now steps to the plate. She's the cleanup hitter, the catcher for the Pride. Runner at second, that's Simmons after the 2 RBI double. And the pitch. Grounder there and gets by Tornadoes shortstop Morgan, and all the way to third goes Sox in the process. 3-0 now, Pride. So Farmer able to get things done, forcing the ground ball. Defense miscue there results in another run for the Pride. Now batting the DP, number 20, Hannah King. So that'll bring up Hannah King, 5th batter of the inning. Still no outs here, top of inning number 1. 3-0 Pride. On deck, Ivy Ray. In the hole, Olivia Davidson. Farmer. Pitch, and just missing there. Farmer's battery mate is Taylor Hannah, the starting catcher for the Tornadoes. Hannah, the senior from Waynesville, North Carolina. 1-0 the count, a runner on third. And the pitch. Called strike there, 1-1 the count. Sox the runner on third. And the pitch, fouled off towards the visitors' dugout. Visitors use the first base dugout here at the BC softball field. Home team in the third base dugout. And Tornadoes dugout trying to root on Farmer and the defense. See if they can string a couple outs together and get out of this top of the first. Sun starting to peek through at the moment. 1-2 the count. Inside ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Runner at third. Grounded up the middle, and a seeing eye single there is going to score a run. So RBI single. By King will bring home Sox. That brings up Ray. Now batting the center fielder, number 4, Ivy Ray. So that'll bring up Ray, and the Pride with a 4-0 advantage. Pitch there, high and outside, ball 1. Davidson on deck, Davis in the hole. Ray, the 6th batter of the frame for the Pride. 1-0 the count, top of inning number 1. The pitch, high, ball 2. Corner infielders for the Tornadoes. Third baseman's Emily White. At first base is Autumn Lawless. Up the middle, Michaela Morgan's the shortstop, and Savannah Jones the second baseman. The 2-0. Just missing there, 3-0. Tornadoes defensively in the outfield. The left fielder is Brittany Franks, the center fielder Jocelyn Falkers, and the right fielder Beth Hyatt. 3-0 the count. Runner at first. And the pitch. Called strike there, just getting the outside part of the plate. Might have been a take all the way from Ray. 3-1 the count now. And the pitch. Popped up. Out of play. And count will run full. So 3-2 the count to the left-handed hitting Ivy Ray. Ray chops that one foul. At bat will continue. Ball 4 there, so now runners first and second. Now batting the first baseman, number 19, Olivia Davidson. So it looks like we're going to have a change in the meanwhile. So Davidson will be the hitter. And looks like we're going to have a pitching change. Number 11, Grace Reynolds, getting set, getting some final words there from Caitlin Farmer. So Reynolds will be your new pitcher. Now batting for your Tornado, or now pitching for your Tornadoes, number 11, Grace Reynolds. So Reynolds now pitching after the Pride were able to get 4 runs here in the top of the first. And Grace Reynolds, the freshman from Troy, North Carolina, will step to the plate. So King, the runner at second, Ray, the runner at first. Now batting number 19, Olivia Davidson. So Davidson will step to the plate. And Reynolds will take over the pitching duties for the Tornadoes. First pitch from Reynolds. Off the plate there, ball 1. Reynolds squaring up against Olivia Davidson, the first baseman. And the pitch. Getting by Hannah there, and runners will advance. Past ball, the ruling from the official scorer. So runners advance to second and third, and now 2 runners in scoring position here. Tornadoes trailing 4-0. The pitch from Reynolds. Across the plate there. Good looking pitch, Grace Reynolds. Montgomery Central High School product, Reynolds. This is her 3rd appearance, has yet to allow an earned run. Did allow 2 unearned runs and 1 hit in her 5 innings pitched. So certainly has been effective thus far for the Tornadoes this season. Tornadoes trying to stop the bleeding here, top of the first, trailing 4-0. And Greensboro striking first. If you're just tuning in, we got this game started a little ahead of the advertised time. Some potential weather coming through the area, so we're trying to get this doubleheader in. This is fouled away, so at-bat will continue. Pitch number 7 of the at-bat. And the 3-2. Off the plate there, ball 4, so bases will be loaded. And that'll bring up Davis. Now batting the second baseman, number 3, Mackenzie Davis. So Davis will step to the plate. Bases are loaded. Pitch there, missing, 1-0. Davis, the 8th batter of the inning for the Pride. And the 1-0. Grounded to Morgan. Comes home to Hannah, so the fielder's choice goes 6-2. So nice awareness there to get the lead runner, prevent the run from scoring, and that's out number 1 for the Tornadoes. Now batting the left fielder, number 17, Madison Dillner. So that'll bring up Dillner. So very well done there by the Tornadoes defensively. Sharply hit ground ball to Morgan, and without hesitation immediately went home to Taylor Hannah, who was able to step on home plate, actually looked at first for a moment to see if she could turn a double play, but Davis was already well on her way to first, and the fielder's choice for out number 1 as Dillner hammers that foul. Nice crowd this afternoon on a Tuesday mid-afternoon in the mountains. And the 1-1. Called strike there, 1-2. Approaching a 20-minute inning here after half inning to be exact, after the game got started earlier than expected. And the pitch here. Drilled to center field, and Falker's able to make out number 2. However, the run's going to score. Sacrifice fly RBI for Dillner. And that scores Ray 5-0 Pride. Now batting the shortstop, number 10, Caroline Stanley. So the Pride now batting around, back to the top of the order. Shortstop, Caroline Stanley to the plate, and Grace Reynolds will go back to work against her. Senior from Reidsville, North Carolina, Rockingham County High School. Stanley, pitch there, off the plate. One the count with 2 outs. Runners first and second, 5-0 Greensboro. Grounder there, handled by Morgan, diving stop, but able to beat the throw. And Stanley aboard, bases loaded once again for the Pride. Now batting third baseman number 15, Kaylee Walker. So that'll bring up Walker. And the pitch. Foul ball down the third base line. Pitch there across the plate, so 0-2 the count. Fouled off there, 0-2 the count. Fouled away there. Popped up and handled by Falker, so Tornadoes able to get out of the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Your score, Greensboro 5, Brevard 0.
education program because you will become a leader, a strong, ethical leader. And that can be applied to any field, anywhere you go, whatever you do in your professional career. And it'll be a whole lot of fun as you learn those skills.
Anybody who is interested in leadership skills and outdoor skills should definitely think about Brevard. It's an incredible place and a great place to be a part of.
Back here at the BC softball field, getting ready for the bottom of the first. Tornadoes trailing 5-0. Hannah Jones White, 1-2-3. Morgan Franks Falkers, 4-5-6. Martinez, Lawless, and Hyatt, 7-8-9. That's your batting order for the Tornadoes. And Taylor Hannah will lead things off here. Pitching for Greensboro, Cheyenne Cox. So ready to get started here. Bottom of inning number 1. And Taylor Hannah will get the offense started for the Tornadoes. Now batting for your Tornadoes, the catcher, number 10, Taylor Hannah. So Hannah will step to the plate. Left-handed hitter. And we'll get things started for Brevard College versus Cox. And immediately hit by pitch, so runner aboard Hannah. That'll bring up Savannah Jones. Now batting for your Tornadoes, second baseman number 2, Savannah Jones. So Jones will step to the plate as one pitch, and Hannah able to reach base via the hit by pitch. And now Jones steps to the plate. On deck for the Tornadoes, Emily White. (1-0) the count to Jones. Savannah Jones, starting second baseman for the Nados. Senior out of Pelzer, South Carolina, Woodmount High School. Jones has played in every game this year, as that's fouled back. Tornadoes under the direction of head coach Bree Sharon. Head coach of Greensboro's Meredith Mills. She's assisted by Steve Tudors. 1-2 the count. And the pitch. Swing and a miss there. Good looking pitch from Cox. So one down, and that'll bring up Emily White. Now batting for your Tornadoes, third baseman number 12, Emily White. So White will step to the plate. Michaela Morgan on deck. Hannah, your base runner, at first. Bottom of inning number 1, 5-0 Pride. The pitch. Off the plate, ball 1. Snap throw to first. Actually called strike, so 0-1 the count. So that pitch actually finding the outside part of the plate there. So 0-1 the count, 1 out. Runner at first. And the 0-1. Fouled away, 0-2. Pride defensively, Walker at third, Stanley at short, Davis at second, Davidson at first. The catcher is Lexi Sox. So that's your infield defensive arrangement for the Pride. And the pitch. Off the plate, ball one. Outfield for the Pride from left to right, Dillner, Ray, and Simmons. And on the mound, Cheyenne Cox. Emily White, the graduate student, the third baseman, such a big part of this program throughout her career. And clubs that down the left field line, just foul. That ball traveled a long way. Hammered down that left field line. And we'll do it all over again here. 1-2 the count to White, but White has to be feeling good after getting a big piece of that softball there. And the pitch. This is grounded to the third baseman and gets by the third baseman, Walker, and runners first and second for the Tornadoes and Michaela Morgan. So quick meeting at the mound. Sox and Cheyenne Cox, the catcher and pitcher for the Pride. Quick little word, and I'll bring up Morgan. Now batting for your Tornadoes, shortstop number 14, Michaela Morgan. So the Pride had a second conference going on in the vicinity of the shortstop. So now everyone hustling back to their stations defensively and getting ready to go here. As Morgan steps to the plate, Michaela Morgan, citing junior out of Robbinsville, North Carolina, bats in that cleanup position. And a big opportunity here with two runners aboard. Swing and a miss there after that fastball. Strike one. Morgan hitting a robust .389 on the season, 7 hits and 18 at-bats, 2 doubles, which leads the team, also has a triple, and leads the team with 6 RBIs. Pitch there, swing and a miss, so 0-2. Cox able to get ahead of Morgan, and Morgan steps away, regroups, and heads back into the batter's box, batting from the right side here. Runner at second is Taylor Hanna. Runner at first, Emily White. The pitch, fouled back towards Gilcone Field, home of the Brevard College baseball program. BC softball field nestled in between the Frank Patton track, the football practice fields, Gilcone Field, and Kings Creek, kind of the four landmarks that surround the BC softball field. So 0-2 the count to Morgan. The pitch, fouled straight back there. Left fielder Brittany Franks, the 5-hole hitter, awaits on deck. Bottom of inning number 1. And the 0-2. High, 1-2, or check that, actually a called strike. So strikeout looking there for out number 2. Now batting for your Tornadoes, left fielder number 3, Brittany Franks. Check that, swing and a miss. So actually did go all the way around there, and 2 outs here. Runners first and second. Pitch there. Off the plate, 1-0 the count. One now the count to Franks. Well, we mentioned White, the graduate student. Also Brittany Franks out of Belmont, North Carolina, graduate student as well. So Franks and White really providing some veteran leadership to this squad. Coming back to play one more year of softball for the Tornadoes. One, two, the count with 2 outs. Runners first and second, bottom of inning number 1. The pitch. Swing and a miss there, strike 3. So Tornadoes strand a pair of runners. And we'll head to the top of the second. Your score, Greensboro 5, Brevard 0. So Simmons will step to the plate, lead things off for Greensboro. Simmons, Sox, and King due up for the Pride. 3, 4, 5 hitters. Pride able to strike first with 5 runs in that top of the first. And so we'll get things started here, inning number 2. Grace Reynolds continuing her appearance in the circle. Pitch there, grounded to third, stopped momentarily by White, but it's going to be base runner aboard for the Pride. Now batting the catcher, number 24, Lexi Sucks. So ruled an E5. So runner aboard via the error. Pitch there. And this is driven first pitch straight to Brittany Franks, who's able to camp out under that one in left field for out number 1. Now batting the DP, number 20, Hannah King. So King will step to the plate. 1 down. Base runner at first, that's Simmons. And the pitch. Across the plate there, strike 1. Well, we mentioned the trip to Reinhardt for the Tornadoes on Thursday. The Tornadoes will be back here at home. 2 games on Saturday, March the 12th. That's this coming Saturday. Hope you can check those out. And hit by pitch, the rule there. Now batting center fielder number 4, Ivy Ray. So runners now first and second. Simmons was on the move there, thinking that the ball was potentially in play. However, it was ruled a hit by pitch. So runners now first and second. 0-1 the count to Ray. 1 out here. Top of inning number 2. And the pitch. Laying down a bunt there. It rolls foul, so everyone will head back to their stations and do it all over again here. 0-2 the count. Liner there gets by Morgan. That was well struck to get by the Tornado shortstop. Base hit. And that'll bring up Davidson. And looks like we might have a change here. So stick with us as let you know. New pitcher for the Tornadoes, and looks like also a pinch runner for the Pride. So stick with us. Your score, Greensboro 5, Brevard 0. So new pitcher for the Tornadoes is Abby Delp, third pitcher of the afternoon. Delp stepping in for Reynolds after Farmer started this game. And Davidson, the batter for the Pride. Also a pinch runner has entered the game for the Pride. Taya Maloney, the sophomore from Clayton, North Carolina. She's running at second base. Bases are loaded for Greensboro. And Abby Delp, the freshman from Waxhaw, North Carolina, going to work here. Delp 1-1 on the season. This is her third appearance. She has a complete game, and she has a USA South Conference Rookie Pitcher of the Week award already on her mantle, as that's driven to right back to Delp at the pitcher position for out number 2. So just what the doctor ordered with the bases loaded. Now batting second baseman number 3, Mackenzie Davis. So I bring up Davis, second baseman, freshman from Greensboro. 2 outs, bases loaded. Pitch there across the plate, strike 1. And the 0-1. Driven to right field. And 2 runs will score in the process, so 2 RBI single there for Davis, and the lead grows to 7-0. Now batting left fielder number 17, Madison Dillner. That'll bring up Dillner, 9-hole hitter. Runners now first and second after the 2 RBI single by Davis. Greensboro's benefited from several bases loaded situations and able to capitalize been able to reach base effectively, whether via the walk or hit by pitch or putting the ball in play, and all adds up to a 7-0 lead here, inning number 2. The pitch from Delp. Across the plate there, good-looking pitch, Abby Delp. Tornadoes enter this contest with a 3-3 record. Greensboro 6-1 on this young season. As this is driven to left field, Frank's able to make out number 3 there. So Delp in the Tornado defense able to strand a couple of Pride runners. Pride able to score 2 runs in the process. So your score here in the second inning, Greensboro 7, Brevard 0. So Falkers, Martinez, and Lawless due up for the Nados. And first pitch swinging there's Falkers, and she fouls that away. So 0-1 the count as Cheyenne Cox continues her starting nod. Bottom of the second, 7-0 Greensboro. Greensboro with 5 runs in the first and then 2 in the top of the second. And Tornadoes trying to get something going here in the bottom of the second. Starting with Falkers, the senior center fielder. And the pitch. Swing and a miss there, so strikeout for Cox. And that'll bring up Martinez. Now batting for your Tornadoes, the DP number 8, Olivia Martinez. So Martinez will step to the plate, hitting from the right side. Martinez, the sophomore from Ramona, California. Pitch there, across the plate, strike 1. Playing the designated player position, batting 7th. On deck for the Tornadoes, Autumn Lawless. And the 0-1. Check that, across the inside part of the plate, 0-2. And the pitch. High. Ball 1. 1-2 the count with 1 out. And the pitch. Swing and a miss there, so back-to-back strikeouts for Cox, and that'll bring up Lawless. Now batting for your Tornadoes, first baseman number 24, Autumn Lawless. So Lawless will step to the plate with 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of inning number 2. the Pride have staked a 7-0 advantage. Pitch there, across the plate, strike one. Oh, 2, the count to Lawless. And swing and a miss there, so striking out the side is Cox, and we will head to the top of the third. Your score, Greensboro 7, Brevard 0. So back to the top of the order we go. Caroline Stanley will lead things off for the Pride. Early statement by Greensboro. 5 runs in the first, 2 in the second. Now going to work here, back to the top of the order. Abby Delp on the mound for the NATOs. And the pitch. Called strike there. 1-1 the count. Driven to left field. Nice piece of hitting there by Stanley, and runner aboard for the Pride here in the top of the third. Bring up Walker. Now batting third baseman number 15, Kaylee Walker. So Walker will step to the plate. Right-handed hitter with the leadoff runner Stanley at first, and Stanley's off and running, and so base hit to left, and runners first and second. So it looked like kind of a hit and run on, but Tornadoes able to hold that lead runner. Now batting the right fielder number 5, Cassie Simmons. So that'll bring up Simmons, runners first and second. First pitch swinging is Simmons. This is lifted to center field for out number 1. Jocelyn Falker is able to make the play out in center. Runners hold. Now batting the catcher number 24, Lexi Sox. So Lexi Sox, the starting catcher for Greensboro, cleanup hitter, will step to the plate. Pitch there across the plate, strike one. Good looking pitch from Abby Delp. Well, great to see many student athletes from different sports here checking out some softball. Volleyball represented. They're getting ready for their spring season, which will include some training and some exhibitions. Women's lacrosse in the house as well. They'll be in action later this afternoon versus Barry over at Islamel Family Field as this is driven to center. Nice play by Falkers. Kind of an over-the-shoulder catch. And then some opportunistic base running by the Greensboro Pride in the meantime. Runners second and third, however, 2 outs. So Maloney, your batter. If you recall, she was a pinch runner. She remains in the game. So she essentially becomes the DP. Pitch there from Delp, fouled off. Ivy Ray awaits on deck if the inning continues. The pitch from Delp. Grounder to Savannah Jones. Quick throw to first, and that'll be out number 3. So Tornadoes able to leave a couple runners stranded there. Nice job by Delp in the Tornadoes defense. Great play in center field by Falkers. Bit of an over-the-shoulder catch. And we'll head to the bottom of the third. Your score, Greensboro 7, Brevard 0.
Our students make a difference in the world. They leave our program and they are prepared to be amazing, competent teachers who nurture and build a learning community in their own classrooms, wherever that is.
These turtles, they're more than, a few thousand years old. The species was actually a few million years old, so they're a very old species.
I think one of the main things that I do bring to the kids is that I have a passion for what I do, and that carries over to my enthusiasm when I teach. By being excited about what I'm doing, I get the kids excited about learning.
So Beth Hyatt will lead things off here for the Tornadoes, trailing 7-0, the 9-hole hitter. Bottom inning number 3. Cox will continue her appearance. Hyatt, Hannah, and Jones due up for the Tornadoes. And the pitch. 0-2 the count. One, two, the count to Hyatt. And the pitch. And nice play at third base by Walker to catch that ball in foul territory for out number 1. That'll bring up Taylor Hanna. Now batting for Tornadoes, the catcher, number 10, Taylor Hanna. So Hanna will step to the plate. And the pitch, fouled off there. Pitch there, just missing. 1-1 the count. Taylor Hanna, the senior from Waynesville, North Carolina. Leadoff hitter, catcher for the Tornadoes. 2-1 the count. Fouled away there. Do have a chance of some rain as this afternoon progresses. Being told there's a chance of light rain within the next hour. And then the percentage continues to go up as we approach sunset here in the mountains. So we'll do everything in our power to get this doubleheader in. So that's fouled off. Game was originally scheduled for tomorrow, Wednesday. 100% rain chance tomorrow here in Brevard. So sort of a no-brainer to try to get this in today. 2-2. Fouled away there. So the out bat will continue. The 7th pitch of the at-bat coming here, turning into a bit of a battle between Hanna and Cox. And the pitch. Grounder to third, and that's going to be runner aboard for the Nados. And E5, the official score ruling, and bring up Savannah Jones. Now batting for your Tornadoes, second baseman number 2, Savannah Jones. Savannah Jones, a crowd favorite here at BC softball field, and she's got an opportunity here with a runner aboard and 1 out. On deck for the Nados, Emily White. 7-0 Greensboro on top. The pitch. Inside, 1-0. Swing and a miss there. Big cut from Jones. Spring break for the Brevard College student body. Tornadoes softball team trying to get in as much action as they can. Same goes for all the spring sports. Foul tip, strike 2. Tennis is concluding a 5-day, 10-match when you look at both the men's and women's programs combined. Odyssey in Hilton Head, South Carolina. 2-2 the count. Baseball had a 3-game series over the weekend. And then we'll be back in action later this week. And foul tip there into the glove of the catcher, strike 3. I'll bring up Emily White. Now batting for your Tornadoes, third baseman number 12, Emily White. Cox has been tremendous, 7 strikeouts. Of the 11 batters she has faced, she has struck out 7 of them, all swinging. So very effective, the starting pitcher for the Pride. Grounder there, and that'll be out number 3, 5-3 on the putout. So we'll head to the top of the 4th with your score, Greensboro 7, Brevard 0.
Brevard College is special because of the way we teach, because we have classes that allow us to teach in the way that we like, which is experiential. Where we are, if you like the outdoors, man, we have great luck with cyclists coming here. There's something in the water about cycling in Brevard, or fly fishing, or just hiking. We have outstanding music. The music program here is wonderful. There's just a number of things to be said about Brevard College.
So we head to the top of the 4th. 6, 7, 8 hitters on deck for the Pride. Ivy Ray, Olivia Davidson, and Mackenzie Davis. Pride leading 7-0 as Abby Delp goes back to work for the Tornadoes. First pitch just missing there, ball 1. And the pitch. Grounder, diving stop by Morgan, then from her knees trying to make that play at first. Great effort there by Michaela Morgan, but Ray able to get aboard. The infield single. That'll bring up Davidson. Now batting first baseman number 19, Olivia Davidson. So Davidson step into the plate from the right side, runner aboard, which is Ray. She's the base runner at first. Abby Delp in the circle for the Tornadoes, takes the sign from Taylor Hannah, and actually Hannah calls time. So Tornadoes will regroup. And here comes the pitch from Delp. Runner going, throw to second, and it's going to be a stolen base for Ivy Ray. So Ray able to steal second, put herself into scoring position. So a defensive substitution for the Tornadoes, now playing catcher, is Olivia Martinez. And Delp now, the new battery mate, Martinez. And the pitch, high. 1-2 the count. It's actually a mid-at-bat defensive change. And run's going to score, so it was actually a strikeout and then a pass ball, and able to successfully make her way to first was Davidson. Run scores, so it's now 8-0, and then an error in the process as well. So complicated play scoring-wise, but bottom line is a run for the Pride, and now a pinch runner at first. So 8-0 now, the Pride on top. Pinch running at first is Brittany Apgar. And at the plate and swinging away there is Davis. Fielder's choice. Actually, check that. Base hit. So lead runner out in the process. And Dillner now to the plate. Now batting number 17, Madison Dillner. So officially a fielder's choice, getting that lead runner, and then another fielder's choice there, 4-6 for out number 2. And back to the top of the order we go. Caroline Stanley. Now batting number 10, Caroline Stanley. So back-to-back fielder's choice. Runner at first now is Dillner. 8-0 Greensboro on top. The pitch. First pitch swinging there is Stanley, and able to make the play at short is Morgan. So a bit of an adventure of an inning there, but Tornadoes able to strand one runner. Greensboro able to bring a run home to take an 8-0 lead. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. Your score, Greensboro 8, Brevard 0. So Morgan steps to the plate for the Tornadoes as Cox continues her outing. New first baseman for the Pride Actually, check that. Davidson returns a re-enter situation after being subbed by the pinch runner. So Davidson right back where she started at first base. And Morgan at the plate for the NATOs. Starting to feel a little bit of some weather coming in. Temperatures dropping. Wind starting to pick up a little bit. Clouds starting to darken a little here at the BC softball field. So we'll see what Mother Nature brings us over the next couple hours. 3 balls, no strikes. Bottom of inning number 4. Greensboro with the 8-0 advantage. Morgan, the cleanup hitter, started to motion to first base, thought she had ball 4 there, but called strike, so 3-1 the count. Brittany Franks on deck. Jocelyn Falkers in the hole. Glad you're able to join us wherever you might be tuning in from. This edition of Brevard College Softball. The pitch there, grounded to second, and a diving slide to first to try to beat the throw, but to no avail. Out number 1, that'll bring up Franks. Now batting for your Tornadoes, left fielder number 3, Brittany Franks. So Franks will step to the plate. And the pitch to Franks, swing and a miss there. Falkers on deck, Olivia Martinez in the hole. And the 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss there. And another strikeout for Cox. Now batting for your Tornado center field, number 13, Jocelyn Falkers. Strikeout number 8 for Cox. All of the swinging variety. And so she has just been outstanding. 8 of the 14 batters she has faced, she has retired via the strikeout. If the inning continues, Olivia Martinez awaits on deck. And the pitch. Inside, ball 2. Two outs, bases empty, bottom of the 4th. Greensboro 8, Brevard 0. Falkers at the plate, swing and a miss there, 2-2 the count. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss there. Strikeout number 9 for Cox. We'll head to the top of the 5th with your score, Greensboro 8, Brevard 0. So top of inning number 5. Walker was ready to go. Abby Delp was ready to go. Coaches for Greensboro not ready to go. I don't know if the home plate umpire was either, but now we are all set, ready to get started here, top of inning number 5. And first pitch swinging there, handled by Morgan, and nice play to first. Morgan Talalis for out number 1. Now batting number 5, Cassie Simmons. Got to bring up Simmons. Third time around for the hitters here for the Pride. Oh, 2 the count with 1 out. Abby Delp on the mound for the NATOs. 0-2 the count. Delp able to get ahead of Simmons. Pitch there, just missing. 1-2. 1 down, bases empty after the ground out to short. Greensboro able to take a 5-0 lead in the first inning. Haven't looked back since, able to add 2 runs in the second and then an 8th run. And the 1-2. Fouled back towards the reserved parking area here at the BC softball field. And the 1-2. High. 2-2 the count. Strikeout there for Delp, able to mow down Simmons, and out number 2. Now batting number 24, Lexi Sox. That'll bring up Lexi Sox, cleanup hitter for the Pride. 2 out here, so 2 up, 2 down for Delp and the Tornado defense. A ground out to short, and then that strikeout by Delp. Here comes the pitch. Fouled away towards the Frank Patton track. Actually towards, the throwing area here, where whether it be shot put or discus, that's the spot where those field athletes get their workouts in. And the 0-1. Grounder stopped by White, but it's going to be runner aboard there. Tough play for White. And looks like it was ruled a hit. So, meanwhile, looks like a substitute here. Now batting for the Pride, number 23, Erica Edwards. So Erica Edwards will pinch hit. She will be slotted in the 5-hole, the designated player position, which actually the 3rd player to be in that spot. Hannah King and then Taya Maloney, and now Erica Edwards. So Abby Delp will go to work against her. Runner at first, 2 out, and the pitch. One the count to Edwards. Chopped foul. 1-2. Abby Delp, her 3rd appearance of the year. A 1-1 record entering today. Actually, the 3rd pitcher today for the Tornadoes. Caitlin Farmer was the starting pitcher, and then we saw Grace Reynolds, and now Abby Delp. Erica Edwards pinch hitting the sophomore from Greensboro, Ragsdale High School. Pitch there off the plate. Full count here. Top of inning number 5, game 1 of a scheduled doubleheader. Ball's lifted into the infield, handled by Morgan for at number 3. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Your score, Greensboro 8, Brevard 0. So Olivia Martinez will step to the plate. Started the game as the DP, now the catcher. And Martinez will go to work here against Cox. Here in the bottom of the 5th, an 8-0 lead for Greensboro. Cox, by the way, has a no-hitter going through 4 complete innings, 9 strikeouts. Has allowed 2 base runners via the error, also a base runner via hit by it pitch, but a no-hitter currently riding for Cox. And due up for the Tornadoes, Martinez, Lawless, and Hyatt. Pitch to Martinez, swing and a miss there. Martinez, sophomore from Ramona, California, San Diego County, Southern California. 1-2 the count. Off the plate there, 2-2. Temperature dropping here at BC softball field. You can see some of the fans adding a layer or 2. And swing and a miss there, strikeout number 10 for Cox. Now batting for your Tornadoes, first baseman number 24, Autumn Lawless. Cox has just been outstanding. 10 strikeouts. She has faced 16 batters, struck out 10 of them. As that's fouled away. Cox, the senior from Burlington, North Carolina. Run rule a factor at the moment here in the bottom of the 5th with the 8-0 lead for Greensboro. Now 0-2 the count. Lawless batting from the left side. The sophomore from Simpsonville. And swing and a miss there. Strikeout number 11 for Cox. And Tornadoes down to their final out here in the bottom of the 5th. Now batting for your Tornadoes right fielder, number 5, Beth Hyatt. So 1 out away from a no-hitter, Cox, which would be via the run rule, and Hyatt almost broke that up there. That was a well-struck foul ball down the third base line. 8-0 Greensboro on top, so they're able to get this third out. Game will go final. And if Cox is able to retire the batter, she'll have a no-hitter of the 5-inning variety. The pitch. This is just about 2 feet foul of the left field line. This far away from breaking up a no-hitter for Cox. So 0-2 the count. And the pitch. Grounder right up the middle. And a base runner aboard. And that was ruled a E1 on the play. So soft grounder should have been made there, but runner aboard. Now batting for your Tornadoes catcher, number 10, Taylor Hanna. So the no-hitter bid is still alive, believe it or not. Runner aboard. There's been 3 errors by Greensboro. Now if the Tornadoes, meanwhile, can bring the base runner home, Hyatt, suddenly the run rule could be negated. And now back to the top of the order, Taylor Hanna. 2 outs here. Runner at first is Hyatt. Taylor Hanna the batter. The pitch. Hanna hammers that down the first base line. Taylor Hanna. The wind starting to pick up, blowing in from center. And the pitch. Fouled away there. 0-2. Greensboro 8, Brevard 0. Bottom inning number 5. 2 outs, the pitch. And roller down the third base line, foul. Base runner at first is Beth Hyatt. She was off and running as soon as there was contact there from Hannah rather. And Hannah's at-bat will continue. 0-2 the count. Savannah Jones awaits on deck if the inning continues. And the pitch. Driven to left field and foul. So the Tornadoes have flirted with breaking up this no-hitter with several well-hit liners that have just fallen foul. You wonder whether Cox is aware of her no-hitter. We did get a query from one of the assistant coaches whether the no-hitter was alive. Pitch there, fouled away. So becoming quite the battle here between Cox and Hannah. The pitch, fouled away again. 6 foul balls, 8 pitch at bat. And the battle continuing here. So pitch number 8 coming. '71 total pitches for Cox. And here's pitch number 8 of the at-bat. A soft line ground ball and beating it out at first and breaking up the no-hitter with an infield single there. Taylor Hannah. Hyatt moves to second in the process, and the no-hitter bid broken up there by the infield single by Hannah. Now batting for your Tornadoes, second baseman number 2, Savannah Jones. That'll bring up Savannah Jones. So now runners first and second, 2 outs, and now asking for time, head coach Meredith Mills, and she's going to have a word with Cox. I'm sure there's the awareness here that if the Pride are able to get this final out here, game would go final due to the run rule. Cox was 1 out away there from a no-hitter. Has just been outstanding in this one. 11 strikeouts. No hits until that infield single by Hannah. So 1 hit, no runs. Just a tremendous performance by Cox. But Tornadoes have other ideas here. Bottom of the 5th. Savannah Jones, your batter. Hannah, the runner at first. Hyatt, the runner at second. The pitch to Jones off the plate. 1-0 the count. If the inning continues, Emily White awaits on deck. And the pitch. Swing and a miss there. 1-1. Greensboro 8, Brevard 0, bottom of inning number 5. 2 outs here, 2 on. The pitch. Inside, missing there. So the count now 2-1. Savannah Jones trying to keep the Tornadoes alive in this one. At the plate for the Nados. Cheyenne Cox in the circle. The pitch there, swing and a miss, 2-2. So down to their final strike now, the Tornadoes trying to avoid a run rule situation. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on, and the pitch. Swing and a miss there for the strikeout And your final score will be 8-0. So a run rule situation where Greensboro able to take the 8-0 win. Cox was tremendous in the circle for the Pride. 5 shutout innings, 1 hit allowed. And the Tornadoes will regroup and get ready for the second game of this doubleheader. No hit bid going all the way into the bottom of the 5th, but broken up there with 2 outs. However, Cox and the Pride able to make that 3rd out and earn the run rule victory. "12 strikeouts for Cox, and she was masterful for the Greensboro Pride. Well, stick with us. We'll have game 2 of the doubleheader. We're keeping an eye on the weather as well, so we'll let you know of any updates there. But at the moment, we're heading towards game 2 of this doubleheader. Your final score for the final time in game 1 of the doubleheader: Greensboro 8, Brevard 0 in 5 innings.
Brevard College is Brevard College is special because of the way we teach, because we have classes that allow us to teach in the way that we like, which is experiential. Where we are, if you like the outdoors, man, we have great luck with cyclists coming here. There's something in the water about cycling in Brevard, or fly fishing, or just hiking. We have outstanding music. The music program here is wonderful. There's just a number of things to be said about Brevard College.
Game number 2 underway here at the BC softball field. After Greensboro took game number 1 8-0 on the mound for the Tornadoes, Savannah Jones. First pitch that has been put in play for this second game of the doubleheader is going to result in a base runner aboard. Now batting number 15, Kaylee Walker. That'll bring up Walker after the E4. So Jones will go back to work here. First pitch looking, strike one. Greensboro and Brevard. Second game of a doubleheader. And Stanley's able to make her way to second there on the wild pitch. And Savannah Jones will go back to work here. 1-1 the count. Just getting started. Top of inning number 1. Laying down a bunt there and foul. So 1-2 the count. So 1-2 the count. No outs. Runner on second. Just getting started here as this is blooped into the infield. That's going to be an infield base hit there for Walker. So now runners on the corners. Now batting number 5, Cassie Simmons. So Simmons, who is the pitcher in game 2 of this doubleheader. Now trying to help her own cause, and she does exactly that as she blasts that into left field. 1-0 now, Greensboro on top. So Sox 1-1 count here with no outs as that's fouled off. 1-2 the count. Greensboro had a big first inning in game number 1, scored 5 en route to an 8-0 win as this is lifted to right field and Tornadoes able to make first out of the inning there on the fly out to Beth Hyatt. Now batting number 20, Hannah King. That'll bring up Hannah King. So 2 runners aboard. Walker, the runner at second. Simmons, the runner at first. King at the plate, batting from the right side. Greensboro ahead 1-0. Pitch there from Savannah Jones, called strike. And a beautiful play there. Pop up to the catcher. Fantastic play. Serena Rogers, the web gem there. Out number 2. Now batting number 4, Ivy Ray. Brilliant play there by Rogers. And now runners first and second for Ray. And the 1-0. High, ball 2. Serena Rogers. The diving catch there just in front of home plate. Tornadoes defensively, Rogers lucky behind the plate. Emily White at third, Morgan at short, as that's fouled off. 2-2 the count. And the pitch. Driven there and handled by Michaela Morgan for out number 3. So nice job by the Tornadoes. Greensboro did pick up 1 run in the process. And we will head to the bottom of the second with your score. Greensboro 1, Brevard 0.
In your professional career. And it'll be a whole lot of fun as you learn those skills.
Anybody who is interested in leadership skills and outdoor skills should definitely think about Brevard. It's an incredible place and a great place to be a part of.
So we head to the bottom of the first. Tornadoes, Taylor Hannah will lead things off. Hannah, Hooper, White, Morgan, Lawless, Rogers, Lucky, Falkers, Queen, and Hyatt. The batting order for the Tornadoes. On the mound for Greensboro is Cassie Simmons. We saw her at the plate in the top of the first. Pitch there, high. 1-1 the count. Greensboro with a 8-0 victory, a run rule victory in 5 innings, as this is lifted to short for out number 1. Now batting for your Tornadoes, second baseman, number 22, Gabby Hooper. So Hooper will step to the plate. 2-hole hitter for the NATOs. Hooper, the freshman from Robbinsville, North Carolina, Robbinsville High School. Her 4th game played in her collegiate career, her 3rd start. Getting the start at second base here in game 2 of the doubleheader. Well, game number 1, 8-0 Greensboro. A tremendous pitching performance from Cheyenne Cox. As this is lifted to left field, and a beautiful play there. Very nicely done by Greensboro defensively. I'll bring up Emily White. Now batting for your Tornadoes, third baseman number 12, Emily White. So White now your batter, 2 down here. Bottom of inning number 1. Well, we mentioned Cox, the pitcher, in the first game. 12 strikeouts, was 1 out away from a no-hitter. And then Taylor Hanna of the Tornadoes able to break that up with an infield single. Greensboro able to get the 8-0 victory. Tornadoes trying to even things up here in this doubleheader. Trailing 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. 2-0 the count to White. Pitch there, just missing. 3-0 count. On deck for the Tornadoes, Michaela Morgan. If the inning continues. Hitters count 3-0 to White. The pitch. Across the plate, 3-1. Temperature starting to drop a little bit here at the BC softball field. Keeping a close eye on weather conditions. Some rain potentially in the forecast as that play's made along the left field line. Nice job by the left fielder of Greensboro, Hannah French, 2 putouts there in that inning. We'll head to the top of the second. Your score, Greensboro 1, Brevard 0. So we head to the top of the second. Greensboro 1, Brevard 0. And due up for Greensboro, the 7-8-9 hitters, beginning with Jamie Hammer, the DP. First pitch strike, that got the Tornado dugout alive. As Savannah Jones going back to work for the NATOs. Pitch from Jones. Ahead 0-2. And the pitch. High. 1-2 the count. Another busy day on the Brevard College campus athletically. Women's lacrosse getting started in about 40 minutes over at Islamel Family Field. As this is driven right up the middle of the infield, that'll be a base hit. And runner aboard for the Pride. They have a substitution here first. So pinch runner at first base, that's Apgar. Batter for the Pride is Katie Allison. First pitch swinging's Allison. Allison grounds that to short. Nicely done by Michaela Morgan for out number 1. So quick out there. Runner at second in the process. Now batting number 11, Hannah French. Hannah French, who had a couple nice plays defensively in the top of, check that, the bottom of the first. Now step into the plate, first pitch ball. And the 1-0. Jones locates that well. 1-1 the count. And the pitch to French. Showing bunt, then laying off of it, and then trying to catch the lead runner, Apgar, potentially in a rundown, but everybody back to where they started. 2-1 the count after that last pitch just missing. So a lot going on there as French was showing bunt. See what's in store for this next offering. The pitch off the plate, 3-1. And the pitch fouled back towards our broadcast location. And at bat will continue now, a full count, 3-2. And the pitch. And that'll be ball 4, so runner aboard, and now runners first and second. And back to the top of the order. And Stanley. Now batting number 10, Caroline Stanley. So Stanley with her second at-bat. 1 out, runners first and second. Greensboro 1, Brevard 0. And the pitch. Across the plate. Strike 1. And the pitch. Fouled off there, 0-2, so Jones able to get ahead of Stanley. Stanley, the leadoff hitter for the Pride. And the 0-2. High and outside, 1-2 the count. And the pitch. Driven down the left field line, just foul, so the count will remain 1-2. Jones versus Stanley. Stanley puts this into play. Jones unable to connect with Lawless there, and it'll be error on the play, and a run will come home. So 2-0 now, Greensboro on top after the error. One out here, and pitch there, called strike. Jones now facing Walker. So a couple errors in these early innings have haunted the NATOs, now trailing 2-0. 2-1 the count to Walker. Runners second and third. The pitch. Line drive to Emily White at third base, and that'll be out number 2. Now batting number 5, Cassie Simmons. So that'll bring up Simmons now with 2 down. So run is unearned. In fact, both the runs charged thus far to Jones unearned. However, this ball gets past the center fielder over Falker's head, and that's going to be a 2 RBI double for Simmons, helping her own cause. Well done piece of hitting there. Now batting number 24, Lexi Sox. And Sox now gives this a ride and just foul after that ball traveled a long way. Greensboro 4, Brevard 0. Runner at second after the 2 RBI double, and this is popped up to second base for the third out. Pride able to do some more damage there. 3 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error, 1 left on base. As we head to the bottom of the second, your score, Greensboro 4, Brevard 0. So Morgan will lead things off for the Tornadoes. First pitch swinging, Morgan fouls that off, 0-1 the count. Morgan, Lawless, and Rogers Lucky due up here. Bottom of inning number 2, Greensboro 4, Brevard 0, keeping a very close eye on the weather as it's starting to become more and more ominous as this game moves on. That pitch hit out to right field. And that'll bring up Autumn Lawless. Now batting for your Tornadoes, number 24, Autumn Lawless. So Lawless will step to the plate, batting from the left side. And the pitch. Fouled off there, 0-1. So Simmons will go back to work here against Lawless. Strike there. Good looking pitch from Simmons. Rain starting to pick up a little bit here. Umbrellas coming out from the fans in attendance. Extra layers being added as the temperatures dropping as well. Wind starting to pick up also, so weather starting to deteriorate a bit here at the BC softball field. This ball is put into play and handled by the third baseman of the Pride for out number 2. Now batting for your Tornadoes, number 26, Serena Rogers Lucky. So that'll bring up Serena Rogers Lucky. And the pitch. Inside, ball 1. Serena Rogers Lucky made a fantastic defensive play back in the first inning. Now trying to get it done at the plate. And the pitch. Inside, a ball 2. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Swing and a miss there. This game originally was scheduled for tomorrow. However, the doubleheader bumped up a day to avoid inclement weather. And the weather's starting to come in right now. We'll see what happens if we can get this second game of the doubleheader in. 2-2 the count with 2 outs. Bottom of the second inning. 4-0. Greensboro on top. The pitch. Called strike. And that'll be the end of the second. We'll head to the top of the third. Your score, Greensboro 4, Brevard 0. So Hannah King will lead things off for the Pride. King, Gray, and Hammer here in the top of inning number 3. Rain starting to become a bit more steady here. Gray in all directions in terms of the cloud cover. Pitch there across the plate, strike 1. And Savannah Jones will go back to work. You can see her wiping off the softball on her uniform. Keep it dry, keep that ability to locate her pitches and use her arsenal pitches. That foul ball ricocheted towards our broadcast location, knocked off one of our fixtures here, and able to continue to bring you the action. Meanwhile, ball grounded out of bounds, foul down that third base line. So at bat continues, 0-2 the count. Things become interesting once the rain starts coming down as it is now. As that's fouled off towards the Frank Patton track. Brevard College lacrosse about 15 minutes away from the start of that one over at Eyes Lamel Family Field. So keeping an eye on the weather there as well. Turf field there, so probably we'll get that one in regardless. Meanwhile, keeping a close eye on things here as weather continues to deteriorate. Fouled off there. 0-2, the count remains. Hannah King, the 5-hole hitter, the first baseman for the Pride. Greensboro won game 1, 8-0. Ahead 4-0 here. The pitch, fouled back. 4 straight foul balls for King. And the pitch, fouled back again, so foul ball number 5. Altogether, next pitch coming will be pitch number 7 of the at-bat. Pitch number 8 of the at-bat, fouled off again. So the battle between Jones and King continues. First at-bat here, top of inning number 3. Bases empty. Pitch number 9 of the at-bat. Fouled off again. So longest at-bat of the entire doubleheader we're witnessing here. Tornadoes in their blue jerseys, black pants, white numerals, white lettering. Greensboro in the all black with the green lettering and numbers with the white trim. And the pitch. This is driven to right field, and Hyatt camps under that. And on the 10th pitch of the at-bat, Jones able to win that battle. Now batting number 4, Ivy Ray. So that'll bring up Ivy Ray batting from the left side. And Jones will go back to work here. 1 down here, top of inning number 3. Bases empty. Savannah Jones locates well there. First pitch called strike. Oh, 1 the count, and the pitch in the dirt, 1-1. On deck is Jamie Hammer. Two won the count. And the pitch. Called strike there. Good looking pitch from Savannah Jones. Jones, the starting second baseman in game 1 of this doubleheader, handling the pitching duties here in this second game of the Twin Bill. 3.50 ERA entering this one. Just her second appearance in the circle this season. Out number 2 made there, 4-3 on the putout. Now batting number 29, Jamie Hammer. So 1-1 the count to Hammer. And the pitch. High, ball 2. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Greensboro 4, Brevard 0. Game number 2 of a Twin Bill. These two teams, members of the USA South Conference, however, this a non-conference affair. Conference play will start for the Tornadoes on the 25th of this month at Huntington. And base hit there as that ball makes its way to Falkers in center field, and runner aboard for the Pride. Now batting number 27, Katie Allison. So that'll bring up Allison with runner at first, Hammer. You could see the home plate umpire there working with the visiting dugout to try to keep some of his softballs dry. Rain continuing to fall here at the BC softball field. Pitch there. Inside, ball 2. Runner at first, 2 outs, top of inning number 3. Allison, your batter. Jones in the circle. The pitch from Jones. Inside, ball 3. So hitters count suddenly for Allison. And we'll see if she gets the green light as she looks for instruction from her head coach, Meredith Mills, in the third base box. Rain starting to come down even harder. You can perhaps hear the raindrops through your device as ball 4 there. And the rain starting to come down even harder. Now batting number 11, Hannah French. Seemed like the home plate umpire was starting to ponder whether he should perhaps halt this game because the rain is picking up considerably. Meanwhile, that pitch high, 1-0 the count. And now he is calling for time and actually just looking for some towels at the moment to aid the pitcher, Savannah Jones. Now a couple words with head coach of the Tornadoes, Bree Sharon. And going to keep on playing through, at least at the moment. 1-0 the count. Jones pitching to French. Pitch there, inside off the plate, ball 2. The count with 2 outs. And the pitch. This is driven to right field, and Hyatt able to make out number 3. And at the end of the top of the third, Greensboro 4, Brevard 0. The discussion now with the two teams. So we'll see if we can get an answer here what's happening with the weather. But stick with us here. Greensboro 4, Brevard 0, middle of inning number 3. So continuing to play through the rain here, 4-0 your score. Bottom of inning number 3, Jocelyn Falkers will lead things off for the Tornadoes. She'll be followed by Carly Queen and Beth Hyatt. And now a bit of a meeting between the home plate umpire and the pitcher for the Pride, Cassie Simmons. A lot of work to keep all the equipment and softballs dry through all this. And the pitch. And swing and a miss there. 1-2 the count. Our apologies, you can probably tell our cameras fighting off the rain as well. And swing and a miss there. And Falkers is retired. Now batting for your Tornadoes, number 4, Carly Queen. So that'll bring up Carly Queen, the freshman from Mocksville, North Carolina, Davie County High School. And Queen will go to work here. First pitch fouled back. And 0-1. Simmons versus Queen. Bases empty. We're in the bottom of the third. 4-0. Greensboro with the advantage on a cold, rainy game 2 of this doubleheader. Pitch there in the dirt. 1-1 the count. And the pitch. Fouled off. 2-2. Two the count, 1 out. And the pitch. Fouled away. Two the count with 1 out. And the pitch. Appeal to the first base umpire, but she did not go around, so the count will run full, 3-2. And the pitch. Fouled away. Swing and a miss there for out number 2. Now batting for your Tornadoes, number 5, Beth Hyatt. So that'll bring up Hyatt. Two-0 the count to Hyatt as we battle the rain here. Now a 3-0 count to Hyatt. On deck, if the inning continues, Taylor Hannah. Taking all the way there was Hyatt. 3-1 the count. Chilly, rainy, late afternoon now in the mountains of western North Carolina. It's these two teams and this umpiring crew and fans from both sides trying to see this doubleheader to completion. Pitch there, just missing, and ball 4. That'll bring up Taylor Hannah. Now batting for your Tornadoes, number 10, Taylor Hannah. So back to the top of the order we go for the Tornadoes. Taylor Hannah, your batter. At first base, Beth Hyatt. First pitch swings Hannah. Hannah's going to try to leg it out, and she's able to do just that. Nice job there by Hannah, the infield base hit. We'll bring up Hooper. Now batting for Tornadoes, number 22, Gabby Hooper. So runners now first and second. Hyatt, your base runner at second. Hannah, your base runner at first. Pitch there. Just missing. 1-0 the count. Called strike, 1-1. Tornadoes with 2 base runners aboard. Battling through the rain here at the BC softball field. And the pitch. Swing and a miss there, 1-2. Simmons, the pitcher for the Pride. We saw a tremendous pitching performance by Pride pitcher Cheyenne Cox in game number 1. 12 strikeouts in that one. The pitch, swing and a miss there, and that'll be the end of the inning. So at the end of 3, your score, Greensboro 4, Brevard 0. So back to action here at the BC softball field. Believe it or not, the rain's actually slowed down a little bit, so umpiring crew perhaps knew exactly what they were doing, playing through that rain and seeing if they can get to the other side here, get this game in. Meanwhile, Savannah Jones going back to work for the NATOs. 1-1 the count. And the pitch. This is driven to center field. Jocelyn Falkers camps out under it. Out number 1. Nice quick out there for the Tornadoes. And now batting number 15, Kaylee Walker. And that'll bring up Walker. (1-0) the count. And the pitch. This is lifted, foul, out of play. (1-1) the count, 1 out, nobody on. 4-0, Greensboro leading the NATOs. in game 2 of this twin bill. That pitch inside, low, ball 2. Spring break here for the Brevard College student body. But no breaks in the action for these spring sports who continue to plow through their schedules. Tennis has been in Hilton Head Island, where combined 10 matches between the men's and women's teams concluding today. This is driven hard, very well struck to left field, and it's going to be a stand-up double for Walker. Now batting number 5, Cassie Simmons. So that'll bring up Simmons, trying to help her own cause. And that pitch wild, and it'll be a chance for Walker to move to third in the process. And the pitch to Simmons. Off the plate, ball 2. Two one the count, 1 out. Inning number 4, base runner on third. Simmons versus Jones. Simmons, the starting pitcher for the Pride, trying to help her own cause, as that's fouled out of play towards the shot put pit at the Frank Patton track. Track and field action just around the corner as well, as we talk about spring sports. Baseball was in action this past weekend, winning that series over Averett. Frankie Vasquez named USA South Conference Rookie of the Week for his performance. Baseball will be back in action later this week. Women's lacrosse happening now over at Eyes Lamel Family Field. Men's lacrosse will be in action this weekend, as this is driven deep to center field. Falker's able to make the play, but that's going to score a run. Sacrifice fly RBI. So sacrifice fly RBI on the fly out to center field. So credit the RBI to Simmons. 2 outs now, and Sox, your batter, as just as we were saying the rain was calming down, it has picked back up here on the campus of Brevard College. 0-2 the count. And in fact, maybe not quite as hard as we saw it back in the top of the third, but coming down at a steady rate now. Oh, to the count. This is driven foul. The at-bat will continue. Sox versus Jones. Unofficially, Jones has pitched 80 pitches, battling through this weather. "5-0 your score, top of inning number 4. A soggy BC softball field, and these student athletes from both sides continuing to grind it out. Water starting to dump from every angle here around our broadcast location as well. 1-2 the count, the pitch. Fouled away. At bat will continue. And the umpire has instructed both teams to go to the dugouts. We'll try to get you official word on where this game stands. Right now, 5-0 your score, inning number 4, Greensboro on top.
Our students make a difference in the world. They leave our program and they are prepared to be amazing, competent teachers who nurture and build a learning community in their own classrooms, wherever that is.
These turtles, they're more than, a few thousand years old. The species was actually a few million years old, so they're very old species.
I think one of the main things that I do bring to the kids is that I have a passion for what I do, and that carries over to my enthusiasm when I teach. By being excited about what I'm doing, I get the kids excited about learning.
So the game has been halted here, and that'll be it because there's only more rain in the forecast from here forward, and decision, a prudent one, has been made to halt this game. And big tip of the hat to all the student athletes and everybody who've made it through these weather conditions. But Greensboro takes game number 1. Game number 2 not official, so it'll be a no contest, and we will see us soon for another edition of Brevard College softball this weekend. Thanks again for joining us. Be safe out there, folks. Go Tornadoes.
Brevard College is special because of the way we teach, because we have classes that allow us to teach in the way that we like, which is experiential. Where we are, if you like the outdoors, Man, we have great luck with cyclists coming here. There's something in the water about cycling in Brevard, or fly fishing, or just hiking. We have outstanding music. The music program here is wonderful. There's just a number of things to be said about Brevard College.